Hey there, and welcome to a deep dive into the world of online side hustles. You've given us a gold mine here. 2 YouTube videos promising the secrets to online riches. No, we wouldn't start picking out that yacht just yet. But there are some fascinating strategies here, some real game changers potentially.
Absolutely. Yeah, these videos give us a really interesting glimpse into this constantly evolving landscape of online entrepreneurship.
Yeah.
And they're packed with tools and platforms, all promising to make building a business more accessible than ever before.
And one thing that really jumped out at me was this whole idea of using AI, specifically ChatGPT, as like your own personal content creation machine. They even said you could make $240 an hour, which is
Yes, saw that.
wild. What do you make of that?
Well, it's important to approach these kind of claims uh, with a healthy dose of skepticism, I'd say. While ChatGPT can be a really useful tool for generating content ideas, for sure, even drafting outlines or sections even, it's not a magic bullet. The real value comes from refining those outputs, adding your own insights and expertise, and really making sure that the final product truly resonates with your target audience.
Right, so it's not just about churning out generic content then. One of the videos talked about using ChatGPT to come up with ebook topics and even design eye-catching covers, which I thought was interesting.
Yeah, and this highlights a really crucial aspect of creating digital products in general. Presentation is key. A well-designed ebook cover, for example, can be the deciding factor for a potential buyer who's browsing through tons of options. It's like the storefront. It's the storefront for your digital product.
That's true. A polished look can really make a difference. Now, both videos were really high on the idea of passive income, especially through digital downloads. They mentioned platforms like Teachable for online courses and Upped Forever for selling downloadable files. What makes these platforms so appealing for entrepreneurs?
Well, I think these platforms really streamline the entire process of creating, marketing, and selling digital products. And that allows creators to focus more on their content and less on the technical stuff. Take Teachable, for instance. It provides all the tools you need to build, host, and sell online courses, complete with payment processing, student management, even marketing features. So it removes a lot of those barriers that might have prevented someone from taking that leap into online entrepreneurship.
It does seem like these platforms are trying to make it as easy as possible to set up shop online. But one video suggested you could launch a podcast without even recording anything by using AI audio from Google's Notebook LM. Rich.
That feels a bit like cheating, doesn't it? It does raise an important question about authenticity in the digital age. While AI can generate content, there's a certain, I don't know, human touch, a distinct voice and perspective that draws people in. Think about your favorite podcasters. It's their personality, their unique way of storytelling. That keeps you coming back for more.
That's a good point. It's like the difference between reading a recipe online and having your grandmother teach you her secret family recipe.
Exactly. The human element, that personal connection, it's invaluable. And it's not just about audio either. One video even suggested using AI-generated content for YouTube, pairing it with visuals.
So you can have AI creating all sorts of content, but then how do you break through the noise? There's already so much out there.
That brings us to another key point, driving traffic to your content. One video highlighted Pinterest as a potential goldmine for free traffic, suggesting visually appealing pins to entice users.
Pinterest, I haven't thought about Pinterest in ages.
Many dismiss it. But Pinterest is more than just recipes and DIY projects. It's a visual search engine. And people use it to discover and buy products. Creating visually compelling pins that link back to your content can be a really powerful way to attract a targeted audience.
Okay, so it's about using those visuals to draw people in. It's like they say, a picture is worth 1,000 clicks.
And once you've got their attention, the key is offering something valuable, something that solves a problem for your audience. This was a recurring theme in both videos, this importance of addressing a specific need or pain point.
So it's not enough to just create a course or an ebook on any old topic. You need to find those people who are actively searching for a solution.
Right, exactly. It's about really understanding your audience, their aspirations, their frustrations, and positioning your product or service as the solution, like you said, the solution that they've been looking for.
One of the videos actually had the simple formula. It was help target audience achieve desired outcome by doing this specific thing. Seems like a good way to frame your offer.
It is. It forces you to think from the customer's perspective. What are their goals? What's holding them back? And how can you bridge that gap with what you offer?
It's like you're handing them a map to their desired destination. And your product is the key to unlocking the door.
That's a great way to put it. Now, it's important to note that you don't necessarily have to create your own products to thrive online. Both videos highlighted affiliate marketing as a viable option.
Ah, yes. The art of recommending other people's products. They mention platforms like PartnerStack for finding software and digital product to promote. And even the Audible affiliate program for
Yeah,
audiobooks.
and that's what's so interesting about affiliate marketing, the sheer range of it. You could specialize in a niche like software for photographers, or tap into a broader market like personal development audiobooks. It all depends on your interests and your audience.
So many options. It's like a choose-your-own-adventure book for online entrepreneurs. But they were both very clear that online business, while potentially lucrative, isn't a get-rich-quick scheme.
Absolutely not. Both videos emphasize that. The importance of hard work, consistency, and a willingness to adapt. Building a sustainable online income takes time and dedication.
It's like tending a garden. You need to plant the seeds, water them consistently, and nurture their growth. There are no shortcuts to a bountiful harvest.
And speaking of nurturing, one video touched on the power of online communities, specifically using the platform School to connect with your audience on a deeper level.
Right. They showed some pretty impressive results from people who are, making a significant income from their school communities. But what's the secret? What sets these successful communities apart?
It's about fostering a sense of belonging, providing value beyond just the content itself. Think of it as creating like a virtual campfire, a space for like-minded individuals to gather, share their experiences, support each other, and learn together.
I love that analogy. It's less about transactions
Yeah.
and more about building genuine connections. Less digital vending machine, more digital campfire, as we said.
Exactly. And this brings us back to a central theme that we've been kind of touching on throughout this: authenticity. Whether it's ebooks, podcast videos, or communities, the power to connect with your audience on a human level is essential.
So even with all the tools and automation available, it's that human touch that truly makes a difference.
Precisely. Your unique voice, your experiences, your perspective. That's what resonates with people.
It's like that special ingredient, that dash of something extra, that elevates a dish from good to unforgettable. It sounds like finding that unique voice, that secret ingredient, is key.
It really is.
Yeah.
And it's not something you just find overnight. It takes experimentation and a willingness to really put yourself out there.
Both of these YouTubers seemed so confident, though. I imagine everyone feels at least a little unsure when they're first starting out.
Of course, building an online business takes guts. You're putting yourself and your work out there for the world to see. It's completely natural to have moments of doubt. The key is to not let those moments paralyze you.
Easier said than done, right? What advice did the videos offer for dealing with those inevitable challenges?
One thing they both stressed was just the importance of focusing on the long game. Building a sustainable online income stream doesn't happen overnight. It requires patience, perseverance, and a willingness to adapt and learn as you go.
So no magic formulas for overnight success, then?
Not quite, but they did offer some really practical tips. One that stood out to me was this idea of starting small and scaling up gradually. Instead of trying to build the entire, digital empire right away, focus on one product, one platform, one traffic source, and really master that before expanding.
That makes a lot of sense. It's like building a house. You start with a solid foundation and build up from there.
Exactly. And
Yeah.
just like building a house requires different skills and expertise, so too does building an online business. One video actually recommended identifying your strengths and weaknesses, and then either outsourcing tasks or taking the time to learn new skills to fill those gaps.
So if you're great at creating content, but terrible at marketing, you could team up with someone who excels in that area or invest the time to learn those skills yourself.
Precisely. It's about recognizing that you don't have to do everything yourself and building a support system, whether it's through collaborations, mentors, or even those online communities we were talking about earlier.
Which brings us back full circle to those digital campfires we were talking about earlier. It's amazing how interconnected all of this is.
It is, and that's one of the most exciting aspects of the online business world, I think.
Yeah.
The constant evolution, the interconnectedness, the endless possibilities.
So what's the one key takeaway you hope our listener walks away with today?
That while these videos provided a really valuable glimpse into the world of online business, the most important step is taking action. Don't get bogged down by analysis paralysis or intimidated by the sheer volume of information out there. Start small, experiment, learn, and most importantly, enjoy the journey.
Wise words. So to our listeners, if you're feeling inspired, don't wait for that perfect moment. Take that first step, even if it's just jotting down some ideas. Who knows, your online empire might be just around the corner. And until next time, happy hustling.